The word flagship phone refers to a brand's high-end device fitted with premium features, bringing attention to the brand and the best that the brand can offer yet. Today, we're going to take a look at the Tecno Phantom X2 and the Samsung Galaxy S22. Why these two, you ask? Well, from what most know it to be, Tecno has been steadily rising to flagship killer status with their Phantom line. Are they close to achieving it? Let's find out. From TechWiz, I am Faith Kibathi. Let's take it and go. Right off the bat, we shall start with the price in this comparison, being that premium devices have higher price points. Samsung's S22 currently retails at 81,999 Kenya shillings, and Phantom's X2 comes in at 67,999 Kenya shillings. A big up for sure. Let's look at the value propositions in both, shall we? The S22 comes with a simple box containing a USB Type-C to Type-C cable and a SIM ejector tool, plus documentation and of course the phone. Samsung doesn't include the charger head or a case inside. The X2 goes all out on the presentation, a slide-out box that includes the 45-watt charger, Type-A to Type-C USB cable, documentation, a texturized back case that even has a stand, a pair of earphones, and the phone, which comes with a pre-applied screen protector. Tecno takes this round if accessories are important to you. You definitely won't have to dig into your pocket to purchase what you don't get in the box. The S22 ships with a minimalistic design. It is rounded and curvy at the sides with a flat middle frame and flat back. The camera island extends from the frame to the edge. At the bottom is a charging port, speaker, microphone, and dual nano SIM card tray. At the top, we have the secondary microphone. On the right side is the power button and volume rockers. It comes in Phantom Black, Phantom White, Green, and Pink Gold. I am still talking about the Samsung here, not the X2. The back is Gorilla Glass Victus Plus protected. It also has 710 nits of peak brightness. The X2 has Widevine L1 certification for watching HD quality content on Netflix, but lacks HDR support. Color options are in Moonlight Silver and Stardust Grey with plastic back. For biometrics, we get an optical under-display fingerprint reader and face unlock, which is very fast. In terms of design, both phones excel. The S22 has a much brighter display and most people would prefer a more compact phone, but the standout design of the Phantom X2 might pique the interest of people who like slightly larger screens, but the screens mainly go toe-to-toe, especially on refresh rate. The Phantom, however, lacks IP68 water and dust rating. It is also worth noting that both phones don't have slots for expandable storage. The S22 comes with Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor paired with Adreno 730 GPU and 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. You can expand the RAM up to 16 GB with the added 8 GB of virtual RAM. It runs on Android 13 and One UI 5. Comparatively, one of the best user interfaces when it comes to Android smartphones. Phantom X2 ships with MediaTek Dimensity 9000 coupled with Mali G710 MC10 GPU. It also comes with 8 GB of RAM, and like the S22, we have 256 GB of UFS 3.1 storage. You can expand up to 13 GB with the additional 5 GB of virtual RAM. Powering the phone is Android 12 and iOS 12. iOS 12 is much more refined compared to its older versions, but it still comes with a bloatware that can be uninstalled or disabled. Being flagships, we expect 3 to 4 Android updates on both, so we cross our fingers and hope for that. Synthetic benchmarks put the X2 ahead of the S22 on Geekbench. Real-life performance is also great with the Phantom X2 as it handled light to heavy tasks very well. The S22 slightly stuttered with some heavy multitasking and could get warm when gaming as it lacked a cooling solution because it's small. When it comes to software, One UI 5 is relatively better than iOS 12. Tecno's Achilles heel is the fact that the software update timeline is longer than Samsung, but hopefully that policy changes this year. For example, we unboxed the S22 with Android 12 but got the Android 13 update immediately. Both being 5G phones, S22 recorded 290 Mbps, with the X2 clocking 240 Mbps of speed at our usual testing spot. The Phantom X2 has a bigger 5160 mAh battery compared to the 3700 mAh battery of the S22. Tecno Phantom X2 has a triple main setup that includes a 64 megapixel primary camera with OIS, a 13 megapixel ultra-wide, and an additional 2 megapixel depth sensor. Samsung went all out with its cameras as they all sport OIS from the 50 megapixel main, the 10 megapixel telephoto with 3 times optical zoom, and 12 megapixel ultra-wide. We have a 10 megapixel selfie camera. Video recording is capped at 8K 24 frames per second with the option of 4K 60 frames per second for the main and 4K 60 frames per second for the selfie camera. We took a ton of shots with both phones and you'll be pleased with either. Samsung opts for more saturated and vibrant shots while Tecno keeps it neutral, including skin tones. Night shots are sharper with the S22 compared to the X2. Both phones handle portraits well with excellent background separation. With regular photos, the S22 takes a slight lead, but the Phantom X2 follows closely. It is actually in night photography that Tecno zooms past the S22 thanks to the RGBW sensor to allow low-light photography. It's nice that Tecno is finally catching up with Samsung in the photography department as an equal rival. In conclusion, Tecno has come far from where most have placed the brand. It is pushing boundaries with the Phantom sub-brand, as it is clear with the X2 when it comes to photography, design, performance, and charging. The S22 has enough of everything, but its biggest drawback is the weak battery life you will have to contend with. But as they say, tastes and preferences differ. What do you think of this comparison? Let us know in the comment section down below and share this video as we keep you updated on the latest in consumer tech. Goodbye.